I've been doing a lot of research myself. I haven't personally spoken with anyone at MARTA personally, but I've been doing a lot of research myself. That's what I should be doing. I wanted to have a open conversation in front of the folks as vice chair of the transportation committee in front of the entire city of Atlanta with MARTA to have conversation about what exactly is going on. Also, I'm setting up a meeting with the state folks, with the folks over at the state transportation committee to actually who oversee MARTA, the board that actually oversees MARTA, so that actually uh, get some real answers. Yeah, that will be MARTA. MARTA will send representation to the transportation committee. I'm hopeful that is the GM, Collie Greenwood. I think that these answers could only be answered by him. The deputy GM, Josh Rowland, was actually fired. That's a person that I do trust. I did trust him. He worked in the city of Atlanta. Then he went over to MARTA, and there was such a huge press release that they put out about him. And I thought we lost a jewel. When we lost him, I really felt that we lost a jewel. And so for all this stuff to be coming out right now, I just want to make sure when there's smoke, I just want to make sure that it's right. I just want to make sure that we are where we're supposed to do. I want to check on them, make sure I'm looking at the finances of MARTA. I think we need to almost have some work sessions. We need to have some work sessions throughout the month with MARTA so we can actually see what's going on. I want to look at the finances, look at the construction goals, and look at the schedule. Look at where we are with the schedule. How much Fed funding have they actually brought in? How much Fed funding, how much local money have they actually brought in? How much money have actually been spent on the ground? And the big question is this. The biggest question is this. Are there any shovels in the ground? I'm riding around the city of Atlanta. I don't see too many shovels in the ground. I know the Cleveland Avenue project was supposed to happen, but I don't see shovels in the ground. And so that's the focus for me. I'm focused on everybody project, Clayton County projects, City of Atlanta projects, but mainly City of Atlanta projects. I don't want to see City of Atlanta money being spent in other places because I'm not too gun ho on buses on Campbellton Road. I still do like light rail on Campbellton Road. I still want to see the aerial or the gondola on Campbellton Road. I want to see the different options. And so if $200 million has been spent and not with shovels on the ground, how exactly are we going to get this stuff finished? And I know taxpayers in Atlanta, they tax themselves. I tax myself. I taxed myself for light rail on Campbellton Road. I didn't tax myself for buses. I actually asked a question to my wife and a couple of people today. I've been asking folks since that last transportation meeting. If we were asked to tax ourselves for buses, would we have done it? Not me. If Martin would have said, "Hey, this is a huge T splot thing we want to do, huge half penny thing we want to do with the city of Atlanta. Will you do it? We're gonna give you really fast buses down Campbellton Road and Metropolitan. Will you pay for this? Will you tax yourself?" I would have said no. We didn't ask those. Yeah, we asked different questions. They've been very transparent. They've answered the questions we've asked, but we haven't asked certain questions, right? And the different fights. Last year we were fighting about what was the local preferred option. And when we think about local preferred option, I'm a local politician. They literally sent me down to represent. And so the local preferred option that we voted for was light rail. I'm the as the politician that was sent to speak for the local people. I'm saying that the local preferred option is still light rail. They gave me a sheet of paper in which they talked to 1,000 people, I guess, and they said that the local preferred option is fast buses. And they said the price is just too much. I want to know is if they've spent $200 million on consultants, is there a way we can? I want a refund almost. Like I wasn't here when a lot of this stuff was happening, and I may create some enemies, but I almost like if I give you money for you to paint my house red, and you tell me you're gonna paint my house yellow, am I allowed to say give my money back? I know they've made a lot of changes since the original thing that happened with RIP, with the death of the former MARTA president. And I know when Mr. Greenwood came over, he was interim for most of the year. So I know they've had a lot of changes. Josh Rowland, when he went over there, he was able to see the inside. He was able to see how much money they were spending on project managers, where projects have went, and to see that the quotes and the statements that came out after he left were that there's not enough money for projects. I need my projects finished. The people who sent me down to City Hall wanted to see light rail, right? But they want to at least see some stuff happening and shovels in the ground. And so I don't know. I think that MARTA has been transparent. I think they will continue to be transparent. My job is to find out, and that's all. I'm here on a information seeking type thing, and I'm trying to seek some information. I'm always seeking wisdom. I'm trying to seek some wisdom directly from the horse's mouth, as I said. Yeah, I think that the goal is to make sure that the taxpayers in Atlanta are protected. People send people to City Hall to be watchdogs over certain things, and this is actually something that my predecessor was making sure that she watched. I'm afraid that my predecessor, who now I have a good relationship with, she's going to say, Councilman Lewis, make sure that you watch that money. Make sure that you watch what's going on with MARTA. We're talking about MARTA. In 20 years from now, I still plan to be involved in politics in Atlanta, God willing, right? In 20 years, somebody's going to say, Councilman Lewis, they put light rail at Emory and they put fast buses on Calmerton Road, and they might have spent $200 million on consultants when light rail on Calmerton Road cost $317 million. That's something that people will really ask me. They're going to say, hey, Councilman Lewis, what did you do when that happened? They're going to at least say Councilman Lewis is asking questions. And MARTA's going to be at the meeting this Wednesday because when I found out what happened, I requested that they come to the meeting. No, I'm looking for facts. I'm looking to protect the voters. Make sure our goal is to protect the tax-paying citizens of our city, because we could have spent that money on something else. Think about the issues we have in the city of Atlanta. The things I would love to tax myself for right now, right? We don't have Wi-Fi in some of our recreation centers. We have some real traffic issues that we could have taxed ourselves to fix some infrastructure issues. We taxed ourselves to fix our public transportation system. We wanted to bring it into the 22nd century, not the 20th century, 22nd century. We wanted light rail. We wanted real rail. If they have made this type of blunder while I've been in city council for 1 year, I want to make sure they heard me as a squeaky wheel. They heard this squeaky wheel heard me yelling. So 20 years from now, I want to say I was yelling. I was yelling from the mountaintop. That's not how you build a beloved community. That's not how you do it.